and welcome to episode 37 of the 30s podcast. My name is Clint.
And my name is Regina.
What up, Regina? We got Regina Peña. She loves cats. And this is a bit of a different episode. This is a sort of a solo episode, solo journey. But we still have producer Caesar.
Hi, everybody.
And we still have Uncle Marcus.
I'm still here, guys. This is a little bit of a different episode, as Clint said. He's got a solo episode today, so this is real exciting. And we're all excited to see what he can do. Mm-hmm. But I'll still be popping on here and there.
He's just doing his homework in the corner.
Yeah, I'm doing my homework in the corner. I've got all my books out.
Yeah, what are you studying?
The things. Studying all the things.
When you talk, should I just look up and act like it's God?
If you think of me as God, yeah.
Do I think of you as God?
It's good to know that, you think of me as a God.
I mean, do I think God is a man? Yes.
Or God is a woman.
Oh, my goodness.
Is that... But I think if God was a woman, because I think we get more upset by men, right? So I think that God, he's got to be a man because I feel like he does the minimum. Like he could do more. Like he doesn't do enough. Like if God was a woman, we'd be like, oh yeah, I deserve all this. I deserve this. Thanks, Mom, for making us food today. Thank you. But when it's Dad, it's like, where is he? Why hasn't he talked in months? What is he doing? We never hear from him. Is he still around? Does he have a separate family? I don't know. That's why I think it's a man. So anyways, all right, so Regina, so we work together. What else should people know? The audience know.
We work together.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of a comedy show at that place in itself.
It's nuts.
It's crazy.
It's like, it is, because it's like, it's a good diverse group. I think because you have like every mix, so it does make me feel like it's one of my new favorite series, White Boys and Latinas.
Oh, okay, yeah. I keep up on it.
Yeah, so this is yeah. So this is sort of an episode of White Boys and Latinas, okay. But from your perspective, you're not into white boys, because what are you into? Oh my, so what are you into then?
Like Hispanics.
Mm-hmm.
Like when I go out to Newport. Oh, no.
So do you like going to Newport?
Yeah, I like going to Newport because that's where they plays house music.
Oh, well, here we go. So the theme today is probably going to be about house music. Caesar, do you like house music?
I do, actually, yeah.
Do you?
Yeah, you don't go to Newport for house music. There's places in Santa Ana you can go for house music with Hispanic people, don't worry.
Yeah, no, but Newport's nice. It's nice, but... Oh no.
What happens?
No, they'll just be like, they try to approach you and I'm like, oh, I'm not interested.
Do you do it early on or do you let them talk to you?
No, I let them know. I'm like, oh no, bye. And I just walk away.
What is it about white guys that you don't like?
I don't know. Just the spice is not there.
The spice isn't there. I get that. The spice isn't there. I get that. I mean, that's why I'd rather have the spice.
See?
So I get the spice.
The spices ain't there.
Mm.
I think culturally is different.
It is, because what's my culture? It's like America, football, Jesus. I don't know. It's missing something. It's missing some quinceañeras.
Oh, I see.
It's missing some
quinceañeras.
Some better dancing. I don't know. They have better dancing.
No square dancing.
Square dancing. I don't know. Honky tonk badonkadonk. I don't know if I'm not into it.
Country music? Yeah,
I mean, some country music's good.
Some of it is actually kind of good, but the music that I know is too generic. It's not even really...
Like what?
I don't know. It's I don't even know the names. I just know them if someone were to play. I'm like, okay, I like that one.
You probably could just name off random white names and you'll be right.
True.
Like Luke, Brian. Luke, Brian.
Are those your brother's names?
Half, yes. Oh, shout out to Luke. He's engaged now.
Oh.
Yeah, family of the pod. The pod.
Wait,
thank
I'm gonna
you.
jump on real quick. Luke, the one we had on here, is engaged?
Yeah.
Was he dating when he was on the show?
Yes.
Okay. Congrats, Luke. If you're listening, congratulations.
Congratulations.
Congrats, Luke. Because there's, I mean, some would say it was quick, but I think what they did is they established what they wanted very early on. and they were just able to just go for it, I guess.
Don't people in the military get like married quicker?
They
Yes.
do.
Right.
So I think it was also a thing about how he's deploying, and you want someone who will support you.
Yeah.
So it's not like you're just asking anybody. It's like, oh, you're in this, right?
Mm.
You're in this because I'm gonna go over there. He's actually gonna be deployed in Romania,
Whoa.
home of Transylvania, and the vampires.
I was gonna say the vampire.
So maybe he's gonna fight some vampires. That'd be cool. I don't know.
Married quick.
Yeah, and then my cousin Julie got married. What up? Shout out Julie. And that was like they proposed, I think, like Christmas, and they're getting married in June. Like these happen fast.
How long do you guys would you say you have to know somebody to marry them?
I don't know. I feel like when you're younger, shout out to being younger. Regina's younger. And
I'm closer to 30 now.
oh my God. Did I say it? It's your birthday today? It's your birthday. Ding ding.
Oh,
my gosh.
Happy birthday,
Happy
Regina.
birthday.
Thank you.
So how old are you now?
23.
23. So do you feel like being closer to 30 is good or not?
I get scared of hitting 25.
25? What's wrong with
Shouldn't.
25?
I don't know. Just 25 is like that quarter
A quarter, yeah.
where I start
guess
to
so.
think a lot of stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, don't they say that insurance goes down? Like car insurance goes down at 25?
I think you have to get your own insurance.
But it's less, right?
It depends. Like where you live.
I hear that it's less.
Like when I lived in North Hollywood, they were like, oh, you're in North Hollywood now? It's up like another $100. It was bad. It was rough. But I don't know. Going back to how long did you know your wife before you guys did it?
Well,
Caesar?
we knew each other since 2009, and we started dating in 2015,
Yeah.
and we got married in 2019.
Oh, wow.
Good.
Yeah, that seems right. Yeah.
Yeah, so we knew each other for 10 years, but I mean, we were never really like romantic until we started dating in 2015. So
Because now at 30, I feel like it would just all have to just sink. You'd have to really know what you want out of the partner. You would really need to know if they're just a good teammate. Because now I'm even just looking at my friends, and I'm like, are you a teammate? Like, am I carrying you? Like, am I the LeBron, and then you're just the whoever's on the team with me? Like, what's going on? Or are you like Scottie Pippen, where you're like a wingman? I don't know. I feel like that matters more nowadays.
I think 4 to 5 years is like, in my opinion, if I were to date somebody right now, I would wait like 3-4 years.
Yeah. Well, because 4 or 5 years, you'd be like 29.
Yeah.
So that'd be good.
Gotta hurry up here.
Do you though?
See?
Do you feel like there's pressure?
Yes, I feel like there's pressure now. I mean, I want kids. Not right now, though. Yikes, no.
No. In 4 or 5 years.
Yeah, 4 or 5
Yeah.
years. But I'm like, if I want to get that 4 years, like, gotta hurry up.
And then so many things can happen in between then. I don't know.
How long would you wait?
I don't know. Because now there's like the dilemma, because it's either been like women who are my age but are like divorced or like divorcing, or 21-year-olds. And it's like there's no in between. So you really can't logically say to your 30-year-old friend, "Oh yeah, let's just start going out. Let's just do this," because you have no idea where like in the divorce they are.
Yeah.
You have no idea. And God bless, like they're good, or like they're okay, or they're gonna be okay, because it's gonna be a lot of trauma, a lot of baggage. But it's like you just never know what they're doing. Or it's like a 21-year-old who has no life experience, and you're trying to hit them up, and it's like, what am I doing? I feel like, like this is daycare, almost.
It's strange because, like, at your age, I feel like you see people that are divorcing, and right now I'll go on Insta, the next morning someone's getting engaged, or someone's on their honeymoon, and I'm like, whoa, that's crazy.
Yeah, because I'm like, I remember when you were posting the engaged photos, or like I remember when you were posting all the marriage photos, and it's like then how many do you post now? If it could all just go away, it could all just be gone. I don't know. Oh my God. So at work the other day, or yesterday, is the day after Valentine's Day, and I go to drop off food at a table, and it's this beautiful couple. They look like they're from a movie. The woman on the left is this beautiful black woman. I swear she was like an actress. And the man on the right, he looked kind of like Spike Lee, like he could be a director because he had like a hat and glasses on. And I dropped the food off, and they're like, we're getting a divorce. And I'm like, what? Like right now? And they're like, yeah. I'm like, what? What do you mean you're getting a divorce? Is this a movie? Am I like the no-name actor who's like just dropped the food off? And they got the beautiful people in front of me, and they're like, yeah, can you believe it? Right after Valentine's Day. And I'm like, well, I got yelled at on Valentine's Day. Like, do you guys need anything?
It wasn't
Are
for my
you
table,
good?
right? No, I don't think so.
No.
I would have remembered that.
Because then Jackie took over, and I wanted her to find out. I don't know if she ever found out.
That's, yeah. Serving is just like, you'd never know what to expect. People, it's like attitudes.
Yeah. Because what are some of the most awkward interactions you've had?
When they don't leave.
Yeah.
Because then you don't know what to say. You're like, well, do you need anything else? And they're like, oh, no, we're okay. And then they continue talking. And then I'm like, well, this is where I just stare at you awkwardly because you're not leaving the table. And I'm like, want to pay, perhaps?
Well, is that your trick?
Yeah.
You wanna pay?
I'm like, so is there anything else I can do for you tonight? And I give them a stare like, are you going to pay?
Yeah.
Or no.
Mm.
And I'm like, I'm so sorry, but I do have to get going home. Do you want to pay, please? And that's what I tell them. Or awkward situations. Oh, when it's first dates. When you can obviously tell it's a first date.
So how can you tell?
Because they're just like nervous or like they like laugh at like stuff that I say. And I'm like, oh, this is like a first date. Like it's usually like kids like my age that they'll just like, or like yesterday. Yesterday I had like definitely, it was like a first date. They were like probably like two people apart and they were sitting at like the 500s. And the way that booth is set up is where it's definitely enough for like 4 or 5 people. And they were like sitting like so. They're probably like 2-3 feet apart from each other. And I'm like, I want to sit closer. And I would just offer them stuff and then they would be like, or like giggle or like they wouldn't look at me in the eye and it was just awkward. And I'm like, okay, I'm going to go get your drinks now.
Damn, do you think they were doing well?
I hope they do well.
Like, do you think they kept going?
I mean, it was just yesterday. So I hope so.
Damn, I hope so. Man, someone at work who's 19 was telling me how she's going on a date, and it reminded me of those early, very, very first dates because they were going to Yogurtland. And I'm like, well, a Yogurtland date? That's adorable.
With the toppings?
That's adorable. With top? Are you getting toppings? I don't know. Is she? Maybe you should. See if he gets toppings. And then see.
Crack
God?
open, boys.
God's still here, guys.
Does he get toppings? Oh, so the big thing I want to talk about is when I think there's a public service announcement that I'm declaring right now where when you're on a date, you need to see if they tip. You have to see if they tip. Because if they don't tip, you got to get out of there. I don't care if it's just a friend. You got to get out. Because apparently, and Marcus could answer this. This is kind of like a question to God Marcus.
I am here, my son.
God. So why is it that is Valentine's Day a big day where nobody tips?
Yes. And I have been in table service since I was 17, and I'm now 34, so half of my life I've been doing this. And it's just a thing though on Valentine's Day. Couples don't tip, and I don't really understand the reason why. My theory is that they're spending a lot of money anyway on a date, or maybe something afterwards, or they have some kind of event going on. I don't know. It's a pretty solid theory, but yeah, it's just even like so now. Like as you know, Regina, I mostly bartend now. I'm not serving tables really anymore. It's the same thing at the bar. Like they still don't tip really. It's just a couple bucks, and it's just a thing. I don't really know the reason for it. It's I've been doing it so long that it's just expected now. It's like, it's Valentine's Day, whatever the fuck. But
Man.
Yeah, it's just a thing.
And I got yelled at on Valentine's Day. I'm still upset by it.
Why? What did they tell you?
So, and it was over the worst thing ever, like the dumbest thing ever. I was bringing out a Caesar salad with chicken. Just a house Caesar salad with chicken. It's not big. I drop it off of this at a 301 at this table with, there's a man and 2 women. So already I'm like, 2 women. Weird. And I drop it off, and he gives you this is the size? This is it? I'm like, yeah. He's like, this is not big enough. You did this again. You did this twice. Take it back. I don't want it now. And I'm like, I'm gonna I'm gonna stay here for a while here. And I was just like, this isn't big enough. Because in my head, I'm like, oh, you didn't order the big one.
Yeah, you didn't order the entree size.
You know where the entree? You didn't do that. You the idiot. And I'm like, oh, is there anything else you want? And as he's yelling at me, the women are like, oh, don't do this again. I'm like, you're doing this again?
You again?
And on Valentine's Day? You piece of shit. So I'm like, oh, I'm gonna get this guy back somehow. And I'm just like really? Like, what else do you want? Want me to pray for you? Because when I say that, it's either, oh, he's more religious or Christian, and he'll feel convicted, hopefully, that like, oh, someone wants to pray for you. Or it's the opposite, and he'll just get more upset, and I'll be like, fine. And I think he got more upset by it. And he was like,
Wait, did you say that?
yeah, I was like,
You said, do you want me to pray for you?
yeah. So I'm standing there. I'm taking a bit, because I'm like, I'm not going to back down from this guy. I'm not going to.
Oh, not over the unseasoned chicken that we serve at our...
It was unseasoned chicken, Caesar salad. You're not going to talk to me like that.
Good for you.
So I was like,
You're firm.
what else? We have ice cream. We could do more for you. We could do so much more for you. And he was just like, you better back off. And I'm like, huh. Because part of me is like, I would love to see this guy, like overweight man, try to attack me. I would love to see that go down. I would love to see him try. Also, he was wearing a Texans hat. I don't know if you know what, or if you kept score with football at all this year. They won like 2 games. So what I should have said is like, oh, are you upset about the Texans? Because they suck. Pieces. But who does this on Valentine's Day?
I know.
I thought the worst thing I was going to see Valentine's Day was a car accident, and I did. I saw it. It's just like, that would suck to get in a car accident on Valentine's Day. That's some bullshit. But man, I was just so mad. But it's also like to the point where like, this guy's not going to win. Like, how could he win? What's he going to get? Like a different food? And you're also going to yell about that? Why don't you like, I was about to like give you anything. We had prime rib that night. He could have asked for that.
That was awful.
And I would
don't
have been
prime
like,
rib.
what can we do for this piece of shit? But there's nothing.
People were nice to me on Valentine's Day. People like tipped pretty well. People left on time. Didn't overstay.
Oh, did they?
Nobody like overstayed.
So they had stuff to do.
Everybody like left.
Yeah.
Well, everybody had plans definitely after. So everybody like left on point. And I was like, thank you. Thank you so much. You tip well. You were nice to me. And I don't think anything went wrong that night, actually. Everybody was pretty happy. But back on the no tipping on dates.
Yeah.
That grinds my gears.
Yeah.
So I was telling Clinton at work that last year, put him on blast. He's a
Here we go. Ooh.
Spice. Ding. I went out with this guy and we would go to these places and then he wouldn't tip, and then I was like, well, because I'd offer to pay. I was like, I'm gonna offer to pay for my stuff, and then he was like, no, I got it, and I'm like, okay, well, I hope he tips, and then he would sign the receipt and there'd be nothing, and I was like, he doesn't know that he's like going on dates with somebody that serves, and then I finally told him, I was like, oh yeah, like I'm a server, and like I started talking about like tips and like how much like tips like make. Like, it kind of helps pay for stuff. It goes a long way. And then the next day we went out, and then I paid for... We went to go get, like, a snack. I think we went to get, like, an acai bowl, and I paid for that stuff. And then I, like, gave a tip, and he was like, oh, like, you were serious about the tips. And I was like, yeah, like, it's... I mean, they made it for us. It's just... It's in this, like, American culture to tip. And then after that, he still wouldn't tip. Like, he still didn't get the memo, and I was like, well, this is awkward. And then I was like, I have to leave tip. This is so embarrassing, because we ended up going to a BJ's.
Oh, no.
Not to the BJ's that we work at. We went to a different BJ's.
Good.
And then the girl was super nice, telling me how she's going to transfer to our location. She didn't transfer. This was supposed to happen in December. She didn't end up transferring. And then she was super nice, making conversation with us. And then it comes to pay. He pays everything, and then puts a fat 0. And he's like, "Oh, I don't have any cash on me. We can't just leave." This like girl just like had an entire conversation with us, put on her like best smile and everything, and you can't just like leave a 0. But inside my head, I was like, "Well, I have to leave the tip for this check," and I ended up leaving it. And he like looked at me like, "Well, that's awful." And then he stole the pen. And I hate pen stealers. I hate people that steal the pens because then I'm like 1 pen short.
Yeah, I know. I'm fortunate now that the place that I work at provides pens, but I've been at a place where you had to buy your own pens, and it does suck when someone takes it.
Yeah, he didn't tip. PSA, we don't go out anymore. Okay.
Yeah, he got
booted.
Boom.
But so he 0 tip. And he stole the pen, and I was like, "Oh, you should probably put the pen back." He's like, "Oh, it's just a pen." I'm like, "It's a pen that you just stole from this really, really nice girl."
Yeah.
And yeah.
And did he use the pen later? Like, were you watching him? Or
no, he took the pen and then put it in his pocket and then told me, "It's fine. It's just a pen." I'm like, "It's not just a pen.
If it's just a pen, you can just leave it there.
You can just leave it there."
Yeah.
You can't afford a pen? Obviously not. I mean, he can't afford tips, so.
Oh my God.
He can't afford even a pen.
Oh my God. Connection. Ding ding.
Ding ding. Connecting the dots right there, like that meme.
He can't do this. He doesn't do tips. He needs pens. He's broke.
Exactly.
We cannot keep doing this. Oh my gosh. So once you knew that, were you like, I have to have like the talk, or did you ghost him? Like, how did you break it off from him?
It was like mutual in a way. But I was like, just other stuff went down, and I was like, okay, this is where we like part ways, I guess.
Wow. It'd be funny if he initiated it with like, "Hey, so I don't tip. I know you do. I know that's a big deal for you. We should see other people." Like he just gives me like.
You should go out with the non-tippers.
Yeah, go with them. Where do they work? Where are you? You freaks.
People that don't work in food places.
Yeah, they don't get it. They've never delivered food to somebody and have them yell at them. Because as if you made it. That's what I don't get. Like, hey, I didn't make this, right? I'm not BJ making the food and doing the drink and bringing it out to you. And I'm not like going, "Okay, guys, so guess what? Deborah didn't like this. So I'm going to go back and I'm going to fix it. So I'm going to put it back in the oven. We're going to toast it. Come on, everybody, let's go fix it for Deborah. Let's do it."
Is there a reason why you're using the name Deb?
I don't know.
I know. What do you have against Deborah?
There is. Because one of the most famous moments. I wasn't there, right?
You weren't there for that, so I'll tell the story. So we have a friend who's been on the show before. His name is Skylar. I'll say his name. It's fine.
Wait, Skylar, the one that I know?
Yeah.
Yeah. He's Mr. BJ. Fuck, that guy's always there.
Yeah, but he's always there. He was there yesterday, actually.
Oh my God.
He loves it there.
He'll probably be there tonight and tomorrow as well. But his mother, her name is Deb. Shout out. This was for when Skylar turned 21, so it'll be 10 years ago this year. We were at BJ's before like BJ's was the thing for him, and it was me, him, his sister. It was a family, like a bunch of people were there, and the server. We had all worked in service, all of us, including Skylar at that time, and his sister Ashley. That's actually how I know Skylar's through her. But the server brought down iced tea, and like obviously it's brewed warm, and you have to put the ice in it, and so this server. He just didn't put enough. He didn't put enough ice in, which is kind of his bad. But like, there was only like melted ice in the top. It looked like there was no ice, and so he dropped it off to the mom, whose name is Deb. Shout out again. And she was like, she turned around and looked at the server, and she was like, "No ice in my drink? Disgusting!" Like said that to a server, and like the three of us, me, Ashley, and Skylar, were like mortified. We're like, that. She talked to the server that way, and we're like, "You can't talk to them like that. That's so rude." And so, like, I guess he unconsciously said Deborah as a reference to Deb.
Oh,
I really didn't do it on purpose.
And then his parents, mostly his dad, not his mom, are like notorious for just being difficult.
Oh, I see.
Yeah. Like, do you send food back? Because now,
Well, to be honest, I don't really go out to eat like to restaurants.
Hmm.
I think the last time I went out to eat was like when I was going on those dates, like last summer.
Mm-hmm.
Other than that, I don't really go out to like restaurants to eat. I try not to eat, not to say that I'm like super, super healthy, but I try not to eat outside food.
Yeah.
I try to eat a lot of home cooked stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Not flavor.
With flavor. Oh, snap.
Yeah.
No white people food.
No, maybe a burger.
Yeah. Oh, some white people food.
Some white people food, but
Maybe that's what
I
for you
like
next.
to eat at home. So I haven't like, if I go out to eat, it's been a while, like at a restaurant.
Yeah. Like I have to make food at home now. Like even just thinking about like spaghetti. BJ's is like $22 for spaghetti.
Wings, $15. I'm like, whoop.
You could make that at home for like $6. That's crazy. That's
Inflation.
nuts. That's stupid. That's inflation. That's messed
Inflation
up.
right there.
Inflation. Uncle Joe, you got to do something about it. Yeah, we're doing the best we can. Yeah. I guess that's my Joe. I don't know.
That's your Joe
don't know.
impression.
We're going to give teachers a raise. So I see him on Twitter say stuff because lately he's like, teachers, they do a great job. And I'm like, okay. Uh-huh.
Give him a raise.
Uh-huh. Go for it, Joe. Go for it. Because, man, kids this week, they were wild. They're insane.
I don't know how you're a teacher. I would cringe if I were a teacher at
It's-
everything.
Like, because right now I'm a student teacher watching the master, and I have a great mentor. Like, he's great. And there are some times where I'm like, okay, kids, I get that this is cringe, but we have to push through it. We have to. Lately, they like to use they like to reference Ohio for some reason. I don't know.
That?
Like kids these days, they make weird references to weird stuff. Because then I asked one of them about Ohio because at the end of the day, he had his phone out and it's this photo of some guy on TikTok or YouTube who he's like the king of Ohio or something. And apparently he's been arrested. And I'm like, is this a joke or not? And they're like, oh, it's real. And I'm like, is it a joke or not? I'm about to teach them like what is real and what's not. Like, because they probably can't understand that either.
This is making me feel old, and I shouldn't.
I know.
'Cause I don't know
I
what
know.
that is. I've never even heard of such a thing before in my life.
Ohio.
I've
the
heard of
state?
Ohio, the
Yeah.
state, but
Mm-hmm.
whatever you're talking about, I have no clue what to say.
Yeah, they'll say stuff like that, and I'm like, no, we need to stop just because I feel uncomfortable, because I don't know what you're talking about, because I don't know if I have to tell them like it's bad or not. Because one time I had to tell, I said this on the pod, but it was a second grader who said,
These nuts.
he's not, and I had to be like,
Got it.
you can't say that
Got it.
to a second grader. It's like, these nuts. I'm like, look, like it's. I didn't tell him like exactly what it meant, but I was like, you can't talk about that.
Yeah.
Oh, that's not okay. But it's great because my mentor, he does like he says it's okay to like talk about things if it's like an issue in class. So like if a kid yells out gay, it's like, oh, well now it's an issue and I have to address it. So then you do it. And because it's Black History Month, so it's a lot about like and it's also weird like hearing or seeing all the people I don't know that are important and that are part of Black history. I'm like, God, I feel terrible because there's like a big poster, usually like by the library, that has all these people, and I'm like, I know Michelle Obama, I know Harriet Tubman, and I'm like, these kids are better people than me. They know all these people. And I told them, I was like, they didn't care like when I was a kid. They didn't tell us any of this. I'm still learning.
I feel the same way. Yeah.
Like, goddamn, there's so many of them. And I'm like, ugh. I feel like they just taught you whatever you wanted back then. And now it's so specific and you have to get everything, but then you never do.
It's important. I feel like just those classes that you take, especially in college, like you just learn about other. You don't feel as confined. Like especially like in high school, I took AP Euro. I'm like, whoa, this is crazy. Like this is a different country that you're learning from, and like different artwork from different countries that are not in the U.S. And it's just more inclusive, and you get to kind of like expand your horizons, your knowledge, and things that you want to know.
Have you been to Europe?
I have.
Where?
After high school, I went to France, England, Austria, Switzerland, Belgium, Germany. And I think I'm missing one more.
I think you hit like every.
Yeah, it was like
Country?
it was like a month and a half, like almost trip. Then we
Oh my
just it was like
God.
on a bus
Who'd you go with?
with my cousin.
Oh.
She's like 30 something. Oh,
Ooh, ding ding, 30.
she's in her
Ooh.
30s. I think she's 35.
Oh wow.
Yeah, but I went with her.
Dang.
It was like on a tour bus, and we all went out to Europe. I was like 18 at the time. Yeah,
Yeah, yeah. Because I went right after high school too to Paris
this is
with because wait, what high school did you go to?
Juno Hills.
Juno Hills. Did you have Lanatois? You didn't have French.
I didn't have Lanatois, no.
Yeah.
But okay, his package was the package to go out to France. That was extremely expensive.
That was yeah.
It was
Haven't
like
seen it
$3,000,
lately.
and I was like, for $3,000, I can go on more than a month-long trip, and then just like on a bus. I mean, it was on a bus.
Dang.
You're driving for like hours, but it was just really expensive. That's why I didn't go with Lanatois.
Wow.
Mhm.
Damn. And because what was that? 6 countries you went to?
Yes, I think I'm missing one more. I didn't go
How-
to Spain.
You didn't go to Spain.
I didn't go
Oh.
to Spain though.
Yeah, because I guess it's a little southern. Because you started in Paris or France.
No, I started in England.
Oh, England.
Yeah.
Damn.
And then we took a boat, like a massive boat by like Dover. Some mountain, not mountain.
Dover,
I'm so dumb.
the hills of Dover.
Dover, yes.
Ireland? No, not Ireland.
No.
No.
It was really nice.
England, yeah.
It was very surreal.
Mm-hmm.
It was just crisp, white, like this
People.
No, well, I suppose, but like the actual like landscape, it was just like
Wow.
fresh, crisp air that I was breathing in. I was like, this. I feel like no pollution is here.
Mm-hmm.
And it just felt nice.
Yeah, I felt that way too. And it's because I went during winter, like around New Year's. So I was at the Notre Dame on New Year's.
That
was cool.
So gorgeous.
It's beautiful. Because I'm a big Hunchback of Notre Dame fan. I mean, that's one of the reasons why, like the gypsy women, beautiful gypsy women in that movie. Esmeralda, shout out. But yeah, and just knowing that everything is so much older over there, and it's still there,
And it's still there.
still kicking. Like, god damn, that's insane. Because you're just like, oh, you have more history than me. Whatever I know, you have more of it.
Mm-hmm.
That's nuts. So it brought you like how far east east did it take you? Did you you didn't get to Russia?
No, we didn't get to Russia. No.
It's probably for the best.
I kind of want to go to
Maybe
Russia.
not.
It looks kind of cool.
Right now?
Why not?
And
Well,
there's
not
a little,
right now, actually.
Yeah, maybe not.
Maybe in a few.
Whenever they
When
settle their
things-
stuff, they're doing.
their beef.
Yeah, they have a slight
Unfortunately,
beef
what's going on there.
with
over there.
former comedian, now president of Ukraine. Did you know he's a comedian, or he was
Vladimir Putin.
the president of Ukraine?
Oh, well, he's a dope.
He's
man.
cool. I mean,
he's
yeah,
cool.
yeah. I'm cool with that guy. Like, yeah, because he's like he was in comedy, and then went into politics.
He's like everywhere. He was
Yeah.
like, wasn't he on the front lines?
Yeah.
And like he like got himself involved. That's like pretty badass.
Yeah, he seems badass. Shout out to Ukraine.
Shout out to Ukraine.
Ding,
Susan.
ding. Susan, oh my God.
Ah.
I miss Susan so much.
I know. Susan sent me a message today saying happy birthday.
Oh,
Yeah.
Susan.
I felt the love.
Oh, she has like a little cute boyfriend over there.
Yes. Happy for them.
Man, good for them. All right, let's see. All right, so we hit like the midway point. So now we go into more of the more topic-y type stuff. So the Super Bowl happened last Sunday. You watched it. I feel like my life has changed again by Rihanna.
I was
know.
really expecting a tour. I was sitting on the couch and I was like, okay, she's pregnant. And then, I got those comments from Jackie saying, she's not pregnant. She just had birth. You shouldn't be like fat shaming her. And I'm like, I'm not fat shaming her. She just looks pregnant. And I'm like, she has to be pregnant. And then towards the end, I was like, okay, this is where they're going to announce. Because I remember when Beyonce performed, they announced her tour. I didn't get to go, sadly. But for Rihanna, I was like, if they're going to do a tour, I will be there, even if it I will drop my savings to go see Rihanna because I've always wanted to. I've love Rihanna. Like that's my woman crush. Yeah, woman crush every day.
Every day,
Not just woman crush Wednesday. Every day, and I was like, I want to see Rihanna so bad. And if she goes on tour like right after this performance, I'm buying my ticket. I'm gonna just start scheduling. I'm just like call off here this day because I'm gonna go see Rihanna. And
Honestly,
it didn't happen.
I would too, because she's laying out her hits, and I'm like, God damn. Damn. I realize she's only like 35, like 34.
She's gonna be 35 actually this month, at the end of this month.
I didn't realize she's so close in age to me.
She should be on the 30s podcast.
Like, Rihanna, come on down. Talk
If
about.
you know a way to contact her, let us know.
Let us know. Caesar, producer Caesar.
You want me to get on that? I will. I'll
Yeah.
reach out. I'll send
Get
her a DM.
Rihanna's people. Get on. I mean, she's gonna have some time.
They have a lot of time. 2 kids now and no album. We're not getting an album.
Do you think we're not getting?
I don't think we're gonna. Oh,
She said
well,
this year. She said this year it's coming.
Yeah, they
Okay.
said it this year actually. And
Damn.
yeah, I think I heard something about like this year. But I mean, she has 2 kids. She's gonna have 2 kids now.
Parent.
That meme is like they don't call him ASAP for no reason.
Oh my god.
But yeah, I was showing my mom the pictures of like their photo shoot, and mom was like, "We get it, Regina. You like Rihanna.
We get it. We get it.
We get it."
Dang. I feel like if you cosplayed, you could cosplay as Rihanna.
No.
If you, I don't.
I don't think so. Rihanna is.
You don't think so?
Insane. That is my woman crush. She is insanely gorgeous.
She is. She changed the game. I just felt like she's maybe sort of not a bad parent, but like you're very high up on that platform, that little Super Smash Bros. Platform thing that she's
Oh
on.
yeah, the memes.
Yeah, I'm like, oh, you're so high up. You gotta be like. Can
I
you
would
get
have been
down?
gripping. I would have. My toes would have been like
Yeah.
this, like gripped to the floor. I was like, that's when I saw her elevate. I was like, I could never.
Yeah, and she's just whoop. She's been having my money.
Money.
She's just floating around like
With
just
her tummy and everything.
yeah. Like, what are you doing? God, get down. Get down. Once
down.
everyone realized that, oh, it's not fat. It's the baby.
She's the baby.
Everyone's like, oh, is she all right? Is she good?
Those are some like badass engineers that put everything together. Just like safety wise, I was like, that's insane. If she's actually pregnant, like how are they keeping her like strapped on and not to fall off? I don't know.
Yeah.
Just really cool. I just rewatched that performance over and over again.
It's one of the better ones. And then the game was okay. The game was pretty good.
I didn't watch the game.
Actually, you didn't see the game.
No.
God damn it.
I was there for the main event, and the main event was Rihanna.
Rihanna. Ding ding. All right, let's see. So you have a funny story about meeting an influencer. And it was about
Yes.
Yeah, so the problem was so people aren't going to see it cuz we're sitting down, but you are you're pretty tall.
I would say.
Yeah. Do you feel like your height maybe complicates who you could like date? Because
Yes.
do you feel like height's a big deal for you?
Yes. 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 Yes.
All right, it's a big thing because yeah. So tell me about when you saw this guy and it was in Huntington.
Yes, it was in Huntington. We went out, and then I saw him, and I was like, he looks familiar. He's like an attractive guy. And I was like, oh, he looks familiar, but I was like, I don't know who that is. And then Jackie was like, hey, do you know his name? Oh, who cares about the name?
We'll find it later.
We'll find it later. But she was like, hey, it's that influencer. And I was like, oh, no, wait. No wonder he looked familiar. And it was disappointing, just the height. I was like, oh. The height. It was like a few inches shorter. I was like, oh, man.
And you can't do it.
I can't, no.
You can't go for a shorter guy.
No, like even when we went to Vegas for Jackie's 21st last year, Grace was like, don't worry, Regina, you can go in heels. Everybody from like all around the world parties out in Vegas. Like there has to be some man that's like tall, like over 6 feet. And I was like, okay. And then we pull up. We're there for that weekend. There was
Nobody?
indeed no man over 6 foot there. And I was in heels like for 3 days straight. And I was like, there's nobody here. So yeah.
God. Did anything fun happen at Vegas that trip?
Mm,
Anything? I don't know.
yeah, but we can't be saying that on the podcast.
No, that's the Vegas podcast.
That is what stays. What happens in Vegas stays in Vegas.
Do they have a podcast just for Vegas stories?
I want to be on it.
Maybe. That'd be funny. Yeah.
That'd be funny.
I've really only been when I turned 21.
That was the first time, and now I'm 23, and that was like the first time I went last year,
Yeah.
back in October.
Yeah. We'll go. We'll do 30s on the road.
Let's just say I ended up in the hospital,
Oh my God.
and but I wasn't the patient, so I just ended up in the hospital.
Damn. That's
Clinton
kind
probably
of how
knows.
you have to do it. Do I know?
You probably know.
Do I know? Maybe.
Maybe.
Maybe I do. No,
Do you
it's
know?
cool. Maybe, probably.
Probably. You probably do know why. I wasn't the one that was in the hospital. I just happened to
Mm-hmm.
end up in the hospital, but I wasn't the one being gurneyed out.
But they were good.
What happened? What do you mean?
I don't know. Who is it?
You probably know.
No, it's cool. Have your fun. Do what you got to do. Gosh, you're 23.
23.
God, there's just so much life ahead of you.
I appreciate your wisdom.
Yeah, so many parties. God, when I was 23, I think I was. What's the craziest thing I did when I was 23? It was probably partying, then going to work at Disneyland. Like,
That's
That-
what I
like
do.
3
It's
hours
for
later.
PJ.
yeah, you just
I go to
in.
raves.
Yeah. So you love raves?
Yes.
So what's the deal with raves? How could you talk me into raves?
You just gotta have a lot of energy and do whatever you prefer.
God, that does not sound 30s. That doesn't sound 30s at all. Oh my God. Having energy, Caesar?
Oh no, not at all. I have
Like-
no energy right now.
Like when I went to Countdown,
Jesus.
I got home at like 7 in the morning. I went to bed right away, woke up at 3, got ready, and then went to work at 4
God damn.
with my wristbands and everything.
How do you do it? How do you do it? You're just young. You're just like, I have the
Yeah.
stamina. Do you get
But I
hangovers?
drink. I more like
Yeah.
drink. I don't do like that kind of stuff.
So none of the, no drugs.
No drugs. No. I'd rather just drink because it's cheaper
Mhm.
and I can take my own drinks with me.
Absolutely, yeah.
A little flask and I just
Yeah.
hide it.
Yeah,
I
that's
take it in.
That's what I feel like where I feel the disconnect with people younger. I guess like the 21-year-olds who are all into vaping and this sound effect, and I don't know. But also because like when I was that young, it wasn't legal. Like it wasn't the thing you like could do. It was just there in like Seth Rogen movies, and Dave Chappelle, and like Snoop Dogg did. It was, and that's like my white view on it. You know, it's like, how
that's
am I
why-
going to do this?
That's why I did it, because I wanted to be like those people.
You wanted to be like that? I was like, I don't know. They seem like they're unsafe.
I
Maybe I
lost a bunch
can't.
of pre-rolls at Countdown.
Pre-rolls?
Yeah. I had a bunch of pre-rolls in my hydro, and then I took something out, and I was like so in the moment that like they all just flew out, and I was like, well, they all flew out. They're gone now. I'm never getting that back. I'm never getting my $30 of pre-rolls back.
Oh my God.
So yeah,
Damn.
that's sorry.
Mm-hmm.
But it was fun. It was a fun time. Because we went to the afters. It was Michaela and I. We went to the afters after it started from 2 all the way to 6. Left San Bernardino, crusty San Bernardino.
Crusty.
Crusty San Who wants to be in San Bernardino? Nobody wants to be in San Bernardino.
Nobody.
It is not a cute city.
Dusty and crusty.
Dusty and crusty. And messed up sidewalks and potholes and just not the vibe. But, you know, that's where they were at. So kind of got to go there to be there.
So 2 a.m. to 6 a.m.
Yeah, 2 a.m. to 6 a.m. And then we ended up leaving, got back home around like 6:37-ish.
Damn,
I went to bed and then I didn't wake up till 3.
man.
And then I got ready for work at 4, to go to work at 4.
And you were good.
No.
No.
I was, for like the first like 2 hours, I was like, I'm going to fall asleep or I'm going to drop something right now. Everything's going to
Did
stop
you?
right now.
Did anything bad happen?
Oh yeah, everything went bad
Oh my
for like the first 2 hours.
So there you go, kids. It will go bad.
People were asking me for drinks and I couldn't remember what they got.
no.
I was like serving wrong drinks to like tables. I was like, wait, I'm so sorry. This is the table over there. And yeah. Then it got better. I ate, drank water, hydrated my body. And then yeah, it was all better after
Naturally,
that.
people should know better. Don't go to restaurants the day after a rave
Yeah, don't do
or
that.
the 8 hours after a rave.
What's it called? Your time off should include a
It
few days
should.
of recovery.
Yeah, no, you should, because that's how it feels when you get older. It's like you have to drink or you have to party specifically the day before a 2-day break. Because as it's gotten along, yeah, my body is just like, hey, you know your blue eyes, they're going to dry out faster. Also, because you wear contacts, your skin is going to dry out because you are blanco, and it's just going to blanco, and people are going to see it. You're going to go red. Your ears are going to go red. and
Wear sunscreen.
it's gonna be bad. Even the sunscreen, I do the sunscreen, but it's like it's the hangover will get you. So you could spend the whole time away from the sun, but like hangover will be like turn me into like a pink person. Like it's bad.
Please wear sunscreen, Clinton.
I do. I do my. That's been a 30s
Even
thing
the
too.
ears and the neck, please, and back of the neck.
That's what I have to do. I have to do like SPF 50 before I leave the house, and I could tan sort of. I sort of burn first, and then
Get a light
later.
light golden color.
Yeah. Well, because I had jobs where I was outside when I was doing the studio tour,
Oh, I see.
or at Disneyland, I was always outside. So I was more prone to like, oh, healthy sun, instead of now where it's like the sun says, where you been? Bop, let's catch up. Bop. And it's like, oh, I'm pink already. God damn it.
You know, I'm in sunscreen like every day.
You are.
I've been wearing sunscreen since I was like 16.
Wow. So then, since you were 16?
Yeah.
Who told you to start doing sunscreen?
Because I started watching Skincare by Hiram on YouTube.
Mm.
He's like a skincare guy, and he like really was like sunscreen. And then my mom was also, and now my mom, now that I turned recently, a few days ago, she's like, well, you're hitting like 23, like you should start doing like eye creams
Oh my
and
God.
all this stuff. And I was like, oh man, this is like where you start to get old and you have to start taking care of like better of your skin.
Mm-hmm. No, I feel that because
But she's like, wear eye creams.
I remember the day where I'm like, I am now self-conscious about my eyes, and I've tried all the eye creams. What does your mom say to use?
She's on Lancome.
Lancome.
Yeah. We go to Macy's and she's like, Lancome, please. This is like that good stuff. I don't know if it works, but I mean, she doesn't have any like wrinkles in her eyes.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm like, maybe it does work.
Are there any other secrets people should know when they're getting older?
I don't know. I think that's a question for you.
Beauty regimes? I don't know, because I just go through the thing of trying all different kinds of creams, because you're like, my face is falling. I'm like, it's melted. You're like, it's melting. It's never melted before. And then you look at other parts of your body and you're like, am I an ice cream cone? Is it 100 degrees outside? What do I have to do? Do I have to go in the cold? And that's where, like, more recently they're saying how, like, if you do like a polar plunge, it's supposed to be healthier for you.
What is that?
It's where you, for like 4 minutes or whatever, you like jump into an ice bath.
Oh, I see.
And that's supposed to also give you like 200 times the dopamine rush.
Like tightness of your skin?
Yeah,
So it's cold?
so it's supposed to like tighten your skin, and it's supposed to like prevent hangovers or whatever. It's supposed to like fast forward that process. So, and it's something about like the ice will like contract
Your muscles?
your muscles and your skin. That was a vocab word. Shout out Mr. Minsky's class. Contract. I had to keep like, because there's some words where like kids are like, what does this mean? I'm like, well, it's not a contract. You're not signing anything. It's a muscle thing. Flex. And they're like, what? Oh. But yeah, so there's this time where like your brain will just decide you look different. It'll just be like, what happened to you? And you're like, you've never, like, I don't remember having these insecurities before. Like, I don't remember thinking like, oh, you look tired. I wouldn't have said that to me like before my 20s. But now I'm like, oh, I see it. I could tell the difference between like 8 hours of sleep and 6 hours. And I hate it. Because then I just don't want to look at myself. I don't know. Can you, and you're probably just approaching this time. I don't know. Do what you can to prevent it. Uncle Marcus, do you have any beauty tips?
Beauty tips. My regular routine, and we talked about this a few episodes ago, but I had this weird breakout across my
Oh
forehead.
yeah, he's not on camera, and it's probably for the.
It's going away though. So it's like it was just out of nowhere, and so my usual routine is that I use a cleanse. I'm talking about facial care strictly. So I use a cleanser. In the morning, I cleanse my face and have a full exfoliating scrub, and then I moisturize. And then I do that same thing at night, but I don't do the exfoliating scrub. I just do cleanse and moisturize. And then I do wear sunscreen when I go out on my face. but that's it. I think my skin looks okay.
It is.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it was just like
It was just
it
that
was like
weird.
that
It was weird. It was weird.
so bizarre. Like we were thinking, like, did something touch my forehead? That because you can see like residuals of it. It's still kind of here.
Visuals of it.
It's going away. It's going away.
It is. I
But-
don't see anything really.
Okay, but it was like what? It was like Caesar looked right at me. It was bad. It was bad. Like it was like did I like something snail trailed my forehead while I was asleep? I don't know what it was. Like I washed my sheets because I thought maybe there was something else on my pillow, and like I was like, did I touch my forehead after I touched something that I don't know. But yeah, I've been very aware of my skin. Maybe like the last 6-7 years or so, and it was through a friend who was a woman, and she was like, "You have to wear woman.
woman.
She was like, "You have to wear sunscreen if anything." She's like, "You can cleanse, whatever, moisturize, that can go wherever, but like just fucking drink plenty of water and put on sunscreen and get lots of sleep, and you're fine." But you do start to notice it the older you get, and it's better to stay ahead of it instead of wait for everything to fall down.
Preventative.
Yeah.
Yeah, no melting ice cream.
Yeah, no melting ice cream.
Yeah, prevent it.
Keep it tight and firm, all your skin.
Keep it tight. Keep
And
it tight.
firm.
What's your routine?
Okay, so now after the however many years I've been like experimenting with the creams or whatever, I have started doing so I get a bowl and I put a bunch of ice in it. And so I basically like ice water like in the morning. I'll just like dump my head in it so that like you're just like braced with the cold really quick. And you can do that for like 15-second reps. So
Reps?
face,
Like
the
we're at the
reps.
gym?
Sounds intense.
Right.
Yeah. So you do the reps. I do it for about like maybe like 4 minutes or so. But I was also because I was listening to a podcast with Tom Hanks on.
Tom
And-
Hanks.
And he's the man. And he was talking about a movie where he was acting with Paul Newman. And Paul Newman was talking about how back in the day, they would film from 9 to 5, then have cocktail hour right after for like 3 hours or however long they drank, because they could do that back then. And then they would wake up hungover, and the cure was like sticking his head in a bowl of ice. And that somehow did it for him. But I do like it because it's like when you do ice in the morning, it does like help reduce whatever swelling your face can get, because your face can just swell out of nowhere. It's annoying.
It's funny because on what you're talking about is like opposite of what I've like read or heard, because
Oh my
I was
God.
watching a video where Salma Hayek, another woman crush,
Ding ding, Latinas.
Latinas, there for your topic.
Oh my God.
And she's talking about how, I guess somebody posted on some social media saying like how she stays so young and like how her face just looks young for what she really is. And she was saying how she doesn't wash her face in the morning.
She doesn't touch it?
She doesn't touch it in the morning. Her thing is saying that I think she was taught that like all of like the oils that you produce at night is like somewhat beneficial for the morning, and that she doesn't wash her face in the morning. And that's like her thing, her secret. Just staying youthful.
Wow. Yeah, use your own oils.
Yeah, you're just like, all the work that your skin did overnight is supposed to help you for the morning.
Does she shower in the morning?
I don't know about that. I'm not that close with Salma.
Oh man. Let's get on it, Caesar.
Caesar,
Salma.
new guest, Selma Hayek.
Salma Hayek.
Okay, I'm writing it down.
Bad Gal Riri
She has
and
to-
Salma
I got
Hayek.
She has to promote the new Magic Mike movie, so
Yeah.
she should be down.
Yeah. So I heard the new Magic Mike movie is basically white boys and Latinas.
I don't keep
Like-
up with that series.
Me neither.
Oh, because you don't like white boys.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't like Bad Boys.
Yeah.
No, they're gonna think I like don't. They're gonna think I'm a hater.
Is there any white boy
Baby.
where you'd be like, all right, maybe?
Channing Tatum.
Mhm.
Oh, so
White boy.
Magic Mike. Yeah.
Magic.
Other than that,
what about the guy that plays Elvis?
Ooh, Austin Butler.
no.
That's a white boy. How about Adam Driver?
Oh my God, God no. My
Uh,
friend loves him, and I'm like, I don't know, but she's into white guys.
There
Ryan
you go.
Gosling.
Ooh.
No.
Or
Wow.
or Ryan Reynolds.
Okay.
Okay. Ooh.
This is like select
Positive.
few. I'm not like a white
Okay.
man hater.
No, right. Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
that's
I mean, it's
Con-
okay.
no.
It's okay if you are. It's fine.
No, it's just not my preference.
We all have our likes and dislikes.
Thanks, God. Let's see. Producer Caesar, do you have any beauty routines?
No, I just take care of my. I don't know.
He just wakes up gorgeous with that flowing hair.
God, the 9.5.
It's all about confidence.
Oh, actually, I have a hair question. And since we're talking about natural oils earlier, I don't really wash my hair that often. Maybe once a week or maybe like every 2 weeks sometimes. How often, since you have these gorgeous flowing locks, how often do you wash your hair?
Every like third day.
Every
Third
third
day.
day. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
Every other day for me.
Yeah, I hear it's like bad
Every
to
other
wash
day.
your hair too often.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, because I think I did that. I think I would wash too much.
It dries out your hair. But then I went through a period in January where I was getting dandruff and like just scabs, and I had to buy a treatment.
Oof.
Yeah.
I get dandruff when I'm stressed out, I've noticed. It didn't happen until I lived on my own.
Oh.
Yeah.
I was broke. This when I was 24, and I was just
Oh my god.
I was just broke and like was not happy, and like, what is? I've never had dandruff, and I was like, what the hell is this? And then once I got things figured out, it would go away, and then I get into another situation where I was very stressed, and it would come back. I'm like, I just have a skin stress thing,
Man.
and it manifested on my scalp.
I think there was a point where I just felt like I was sweating too much. Like a stress sweat.
I think that's normal. I hope that you sweat. It's your body's way of cooling itself down.
Yeah, but I was like, all the time? Do I need to be cooled this often? I
What
don't
is
know.
it called? Hypohidrosis? Where you're like
Maybe,
excessively
yeah.
sweating on your
Yeah,
hands and feet.
something.
So then I tried like every deodorant,
Old Spice?
all of them,
Everything. You tested
every
everything.
kind. But I think
You
the
tried
non-
every brand of deodorant there is.
Suave.
I just
Old
said,
Spice.
Yeah. I just said, oh, this
Dove.
isn't working. Still sweating. But I was doing studio tours, so I was outside. So that was probably a factor too. That was probably it. But
You're
then I would,
baking in the sun.
yeah, but then I would do it when I was in the call center taking phone calls.
You're just nervous
I
then.
was, why am I so nervous? I don't know.
I need to be nervous.
hmm There's no need. But now you just take the aluminum out of everything.
Oh yeah, they say that it's
Now I'm
like kind
good.
of bad, the deodorant.
Yeah. Yeah,
Everything's bad.
the Old Spice is suave.
Everything is like bad nowadays. But
God. Let's see. All right, we're nearing the end. We're at the 52nd minute. Let's see. Oh, should I bring this up? No, I won't.
bring it up.
Let's see. So, no. I was gonna do a no.
Aw.
No.
Do
So So do you have like what kind of standards do you set for yourself? Do you say that you're like, because there's some people out there that would say like you shouldn't be a McDonald's.
Okay, you're Caesar. We can say that they don't.
Yeah, they don't listen to this.
They don't listen to
Okay, all right.
And I
Go
do that
ahead.
at the very end to, I don't know, because I don't know, like as I've gotten older, like sure I have more standards, but it's also like if I need to go to a drive-through, I'm going to go to a drive-through.
I don't
Yeah.
understand your
Okay.
question. Are you
Yeah,
saying
Caesar,
like
you're asking it. You're saying it very. Caesar, go ahead.
Okay, so there's this, so he's saying in like the standards of life, right? Would you want a guy to be, you know, a 5-course meal every time, or sometimes you need like just a McDonald's kind of guy, which is like, you know, it's somebody that's just how would you describe that? I don't even
Like,
know. Like you
we
lower
just
your standards.
lower your
It's something you
standards
have-
to just-
you have fun enjoying, but maybe he's
Yeah.
not good for you. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Let me explain it. Okay.
I
third
also-
time the charm?
Okay, so they're talking about not like dating, but also relationships. There's a course for there's something for every situation. So there's times when, hey, so let's talk about food. There's times where like, you know what, I want to go out, have a nice meal, a 3-course steak dinner, and have a whole experience and a great night. There's days where I just want McDonald's. I want something easy. I want something fast, quick, you know, very simple. In terms of, I don't know what you were going to ask when you said that, but in terms of dating or anything, like it's okay for both of those things to exist, where you could be like, yeah, I want to have a guy who takes me out and does all the things, and he shows up and he drives me everywhere, blah, 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 blah. But also like one night, I just may want to fuck and have a good time for one night, and that's it. And that's okay. And so that's what he's saying with McDonald's, and then ask your question.
Right.
Oh, I thought
Uh-huh.
you were
Oh.
saying like, would I be okay with a man treating me super, super nice, like, you know, like nice places and all this stuff. And then that sometimes like there'd be like McDonald's days.
Actually, I mean, that's a good question
I
too.
thought you were saying that.
I like that. Yeah.
So in that situation, you said that if you're going to go that route, it's like, hey, we don't have to go out. Like we
Oh
can
yeah, I'm
yeah, we
like,
don't-
yeah, 1000% for that. I feel
Yeah.
like I would be it's too formal in the sense where I'm like getting treated out to so many like
Yeah.
super, super nice stuff because that's not in my character. So I think I would like to just do something simple, and I think it's better that way. Like,
in the context that how he was talking about when it was brought up, it was like, so think of those, each one of those as a different man, where it's like both of those are okay if that's what you want. It's not like the McDonald's, you don't just write that off as not important. It's like, no, that's okay to have that if you want that. It's also okay to have the 5-star meal if you want that. And I think he was going to ask you like that's fine, right?
yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it all just depends on like your preference at that time.
Yeah. Leave it to God to explain these things.
Leave it to God. Thanks, God.
Thanks, God.
Man,
I'm still confused.
I think we found a way that's like, I don't know. I like the way that Regina put it, because it's like, yeah, and then it might seem like you're in a McDonald's situation, ends up being the 5-star thing, and all flips around.
It could be McDonald's for that day, and then the next day, be like, hey, you want to go to Mastro's and
Yeah,
like have
Ball
a whole,
out.
yeah,
and you're just balling out.
have a surf and turf and a
Ooh.
seafood tower,
Ooh, with the lobster that I don't know how to use.
a bottle of Camus.
1942 in the back.
Exactly.
of Camus.
We've got some King Louis or whatever, Louis the 14th over there. You know, we have that too.
All right, y'all. So I think that's a good spot to close it off. Let's see. Regina, where can people find you? Where are your socials?
My socials, it's just my name on Instagram. Regina Peña T at the end.
Hey.
T, nice. Twitter at _ Clint Show. We got Uncle Marcus over here.
Yes, at Uncle 2_Marcus and all the things. Caesar?
Follow me at Caesar Broad Podcast and Video if you want me to produce a podcast for you. And that's it.
Haven't produced. What's up, people? See you next time.
And before we go,
Before we go.
sorry, the 30s podcast on Apple Music, Spotify, YouTube, all the things. Go to the YouTube. The YouTube gets the most hits. That's where we need the most love as well to keep this thing growing and expanding and getting more guests like Regina here on in the future.
That's perfect.
Close and good. Okay, and we'll see you guys again next time. Thank you.
Bye, guys.
Bye.